Welcome to RMD, All Things Aesthetics and Wellness podcast with me, your host, Dr. Deborah Durst, and my co-host.
Hey guys, Verity Golombiewski, nurse practitioner here at RevitalyzeMD.
So we have a great podcast today. We're going to talk about the top boosters of your immunity in 2023.
So we've been talking about immunity for a couple years now, and I think it's always good just to kind of take a step back, refresh. What do we need to be giving our body to be its healthiest? So today we're going to count down the top 10 ways to boost your immunity.
And do stay tuned to the end, because the end are some lifestyle changes that you can do. And so again, doing your part to enhance what we're going to mention is very helpful. So stay tuned and listen. Our top and most favorite by and away is IV therapy. So this isn't something that you'll do every day, but if you're ill or if you want to prevent illness, one of the top ways to do this is IV nutrient therapy.
One of my 5 favorite ways to using IV therapy is before we go on any work trips for conferences stuff. Before getting on a plane, I like to go give my immune system a little boost, because nothing like being in a box with a bunch of strangers.
And a bunch of germs.
And a bunch of germs.
That are recycled
So a little
germs.
boost on my way out of town and a boost on my way back into town is always a great way.
Yeah.
But IV hydration.
And I'm getting ready to travel this week, so I'm going to do that before I leave. So not only do you get hydration, but you get vitamins. And, we have a couple different drips, the Myers, it's not what we call that, but like that is the most popular. And that just means that you're getting some basic vitamins through the IV, and it's directly to the cell. So you don't have to worry about them being absorbed. And so they're in much higher doses. And then we have a Mac Daddy called the Recharge, which has even more of those immune boosting vitamins in it. So
when we're talking about IVs, we're talking about something that is full of vitamins and minerals and aminos. So you're getting a blend of all kind of supplements to help the body and give it what it needs to help detox, to help get rid of free radicals, get rid of toxins in the body. So it's a great way to boost your system.
We are just exposed to a ton of toxins now. We don't understand even how many. In fact, if you knew about toxicity and exposure, you wouldn't even go outside. So there's lots of it. And so again, all of the vitamins and nutrients in the IV therapy is meant to support phase 1 and phase 2 of liver detoxification. So it works to detox everything that goes into our body. So now we can make it water soluble. We can get rid of it. So vitamin C and even high dose vitamin C is great at immune support. So if you can take it orally, great, because that's one of them. That's a second way. But you got to take it in such high doses because it's water soluble. So you got to basically take it throughout the day. So if you can go directly with an IV vitamin C to the cells, and then it concentrates in the white blood cells for weeks. And so again, it's great at immune support.
Yep, a natural antioxidant, right? Yeah. That's all boosting your immune system is about.
Yeah,
are these antioxidants and these vitamins to give it that boost. Vitamin C also helps with collagen. So
great for your skin.
Great for the skin, right? That's when we have cuts and germs and trying to keep them out. We want that collagen to build, that elastin to build, those white cells to go and heal skin.
Yeah, vitamin C cross-linking for sure. So with all the good things in the body. But again, so vitamin C is through the IV, but also that's another one that just if you take orally, but just remember water soluble multiple times throughout the day, lots of other benefits. B complex vitamins. Those are in the IV therapy, but also a very good supplement to have a B complex just to decrease stress and to boost your immune system.
And energy. A lot of our B vitamins are necessary for our cells to make energy through the Krebs cycle. So definitely a good B complex will help.
Yeah, and it's water soluble as well. So again, just making sure you take those every day because they're not stored in the body. And that's what that means when we say water soluble. So
that was our number 3. So we've got hydration, vitamin C.
Yeah, hydration,
IV
therapy.
Yeah, IV therapy, vitamin C, B complex,
glutathione.
Yes.
And
that's our favorite.
Again, most of these we do in the IV, but then we also add 2. You can do it in the oral form. You can do it in the shot form. But glutathione is the master antioxidant and immune support and detoxifier.
You can find liposomal glutathione, so in a liquid form.
Yeah, it's not absorbed orally. So if you're going to take glutathione, you need it through the IV. or in a liposomal form, which goes underneath the tongue and is absorbed and bypasses the liver. Otherwise, you're going to take it as N-ACETYL cysteine or NAC.
Which is our next one on the list,
Yes.
which is a precursor.
Again, how you would take it orally so that it converts to glutathione in the body. And that's a great antioxidant again. The
Another
master
detoxifier.
Decreases inflammation. It's great for chronic diseases, inflammation in the lungs. So imagine if you have a viral or cough or sinus infection or worse, bronchitis, pneumonia, NAC is going to decrease all that inflammation.
A lot of these are really easy to find. The liposomal glutathione or glutathione, you're going to be going to a specialty clinic for something like that. We're going to a specialty company that provides health professional vitamins. So, but NAC, vitamin C, B complex, these are things we can get over the counter.
Yeah. And NAC converts to glutathione. So if you don't want to refrigerate and worry about finding something a little more complex, then just take NAC. But again, glutathione allows you an option, and it's not in the capsule or tablet form, which is nice for some people. So zinc is another one that is very helpful. Again, immune supportive. And we talked about this a little bit in all of our immune products in the past.
It's usually in an immune packet or an immune bundle. I feel like zinc, and then the next one we're going to talk about, has been brought up a lot over the last couple of years with all the viruses.
Yes, and it's very important, and we'll probably do a podcast on that alone. But zinc is like basically, again, helping your white blood cells function and your T lymphocytes, which are going to help fight infection. So that's what that does.
Pretty much part of every step of the immune system.
So then vitamin D was the one you were hinting at,
Yes.
right?
I think the one good thing that's come out of the last couple of years is the exposure to vitamin D. Got to find something positive over the last couple of years in the medical world, right? I try to put a spin on. So vitamin D.
Well, that's real. That's really a spin.
That's a big spin. Hey, vitamin D, take
meaning,
it.
did you really see much of that?
I feel like at least
from 3-letter agencies.
Well, no, but I feel like in the more functional medicine realm, it's been at the forefront.
Yeah. I feel like, again, if maybe we had some less fear factors, which would cause increased stress, and maybe some more useful information that somebody might be able to do at home by themselves, because people were isolated. So the ticker at the bottom could have said, supplement and optimize your vitamin D instead of making
take
people
zinc
fearful.
and C.
Yeah. Those are just common sense facts that should have been hit very early on. And I have some pretty strong feelings about that. So that was a real twist. I like that.
I was trying to find something positive in it that we are.
I think regenerative and functional medicine and wellness clinics did a good job of that. And we watched that in our patients and optimized. And again, it is a misunderstood supplement. There's a lot of myths around toxicity and vitamin D, and it's very hard to hit toxicity levels. And again, we follow it, but optimizing is key.
And the big thing with that is that vitamin D is fat soluble, not water soluble. A lot of these vitamins that we're talking about are water soluble, meaning you've got to replace them every single day. Whatever is excess, you just pee out. With vitamin D, it can build up. But again, it is very hard to get to a toxic level. You'd be surprised for some patients how much vitamin D they have to take to even get to a state where we would think is a good level.
And we do have a good blog on our website that talks about vitamin D. There's a video on it that talks about all things vitamin D, and including toxicity. And so it's a good one. It links to the video, but it's really summarizing that video. There are some things that you can do yourself too. So we'll just basically run down the things we said in supplemental form, and they were the top 7. And then there's 3 more. So IV therapy is one of them. A lot of the things we do below are also talking, or in the IVs as well, but vitamin C,
Zinc,
B complex,
glutathione,
NAC, vitamin D.
And vitamin D.
Yeah.
I was like, which one? Do you ever repeat? Yeah.
I know, it was a fast. What are some things that we can do to help support our immune system? So
chronic stress is a huge weakener of the immune system.
Yes.
And that's a harder one to reduce, right? We all know what we need to do. It's just easier said than done sometimes to reduce stress, but definitely reducing stress.
Correct.
Day to day.
I agree with that. And then sleep. So again, stress interferes with sleep. And so sleep is another thing that you want to optimize to make sure that you are supporting your immune system.
There are all kinds of sleep trackers out there now, between watches or rings or wearables. Even your phone will track based on when you're picking up your phone and putting it down. So there's all kinds of ways even to utilize tools to help with tracking sleep to optimize it to improve.
Yeah. And then nutrition, of course. So basically, the healthier your nutrition is, the better, and exercise. So basically, like fitness and nutrition are the other key factors. So making sure you're active and making sure you're eating healthy.
And we save that one for last as our number 10, but it's also the most important. A lot of times, a lot of these vitamins that we're talking about, you can get from your food if you're eating the right foods. Eating around the perimeter,
Food
not
is thy
processed.
medicine, huh?
Yeah.
Again, those are little things you can do. Just make sure you sleep. If there are stress reducers, just try to eliminate them. Meditate, think about them, let them go. And then just making sure that you're healthy, active, and eating well. Because again, food is hugely beneficial for turning good genes on, turning the immune system on, turning it off if it's unhealthy. And again, just paying a little more attention to what you put in your body is important.
Couldn't agree more. If you eat food that is junk, you kind of feel like junk.
Yeah. You've said that recently, didn't you?
Yeah. I said that on another podcast.
I know,
we were talking about it.
Yeah,
but it's true.
No.
It's true.
Yeah. Yes. No, it is absolutely true. So if there is anything else that you have some input about and you want to drop it in the comments. And again, we have some links in the show notes on supplements and professional brands of supplements where you can get them. And those are the ones that we highly recommend. And again, we want to get this podcast out to as many people as possible. So subscribe, hit the bell. It notifies you, and then you can share it with your friends and family. And just remember, we're here to revitalize your look, your health, and your sex life.
Thank you.